Hello, everyone. Welcome to Blooming Besom. I'm your host, Liz. I'm your host for this evening. So this is going to be a general reading with a bit of, a little bit narrower. I feel as though I'm getting kind of a message from someone's maybe spirit guide or a loved one who's passed, or maybe an ancestor in general. I'm feeling it's kind of an external message that I'm getting. And it's for someone who's maybe dealing with some challenges right now. We're all dealing with challenges, but maybe they're dealing with challenges that they feel are a little bit overwhelming. That's the vibe I'm getting with this one. So, as always, I invite you to take a nice deep breath with me. All right. And remember that this is your space to relax and reflect. Okay. I'm going to lay the cards kind of in a triangular pattern with one in the middle. That's what I'm compelled to do. I feel like I need to do. Okay, there. You go in the middle. Nope, you two, you go over here. You need to go there. I'm running out of room. Not the top one, but this one. There. Okay, this one's last. So let me make sure everything's in frame. All right. Okay, Green Man Synergy. I always view this as a positive card. It's a good card. It gives me good energy. It's so vibrant, and it always makes me think of things are aligned, or things are going to be aligned. Everything is interconnected and everything is going to fall into place. That's what this card always tells me. It might mean something different technically, but that's where my intuition's taking me with that one. Now this one, the Lotus Flower Unfoldment. This card keeps popping up in almost every reading I'm doing with this deck. So it's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Milky Way perspective. Okay. And this totally makes sense if we're talking about someone who is in a situation where they feel stressed out or overwhelmed, and it's really important. Kind of a reminder, just reevaluate your perspective. And, but we'll get into that. This one, Island Solitude. In this case, most of the times I do readings and this card pops up, I do get kind of a sad energy, and this there's no exception here. I do feel like someone maybe feels like they are alone in this. But let's see what the center card has. New Moon Promise. Okay. I rarely see this card and get a romantic feel from it. There are two people here, but I just don't get that from this card, especially not in this case. I feel like this is where all of the situation is going to lead you, and but you need to keep that in mind. That's the feeling I'm getting. You need to keep that in mind, that there is hope. There is, light on the horizon, and you just need to maintain the momentum. And don't let the situation get you down to the point where you just feel defeated. Unfoldment here is another, my best friend card. Keeps coming up. This one, it always signifies to me someone who is finally kind of opening up. They're just letting themselves shine. And that is crucial. I feel like that is these two cards are kind of what you need to do in order to resolve whatever is happening. So you need to be open and ready to just acknowledge how amazing you are, and truly, and really evaluate your perspective and how you're viewing the situation. Maybe just shifting it a little bit will kind of unlock things for you and kind of give you a new just point of view in general for life, not just the situation, but maybe there is something that's holding you back in this regard. That's the sense I'm getting. And this card here, I guess it's closest to you because I feel like this is ultimately what needs to happen. Everything needs to be interconnected, and you need to, unfold and, take a closer look at your perspective and don't feel so alone. This is kind of the card here for me is just, it's stemming into everything else. You do feel lonely. Not lonely, alone. Let me correct myself. You do feel kind of isolated, maybe not from the world in general, but maybe from people around you, family, friends. You feel like this is your burden to carry. But maybe that's why I'm getting this card too, is more of those two people do come into play slightly, where you aren't alone in this, even though you might feel you are. But just remember that there is hope, and yeah. Let's draw one more card. Not from the top. I need clarity on one more thing. Fog veiled. Okay, so I am definitely getting from this that you do feel very overwhelmed by it, and you can't see the solution at this point. You can't see the finish line because there's so many obstacles, there's so many roadblocks, and it's veiled. But this card also, you see the light is breaking through the fog, and it's important to remember that. It's kind of like the same effect here that's going on, the same effect here that's going on, the same effect here. There is light coming through the clouds. I'm getting a lot of cloud imagery in readings recently, a lot of weather patterns. But this is what I'm seeing is it's not as if someone is hiding something from you. I'm not getting that sense. I'm getting the sense that the way forward is very foggy for you right now. And you can't see the synergy because there's just so much happening. But this is the key takeaway from this reading. I always like to wrap up these two things. Just let yourself unfold and really, reevaluate how you're thinking about the situation and maybe shift gears slightly. That's what I'm getting from this. And that's it for today, I think. The overall message is just, it's a hopeful one. But you can't let yourself be muddled in the fog. That's what I'm getting here. So yeah, that's it for today, I think, again. And hope to see you back next time. If you're interested in a personalized reading, the link is down below. And take care.